hiding amongst the wrecks from the previous engagements. One thing I really like is like the persistent battlefields in Regiments, the way that all of the wrecks and explosions and craters and stuff from the previous battles are still there. Hello guys, and welcome to a new Regiments video today by me, Vulcan. In this one I'm going to be starting the first of two operations in the second wave DLC, after completing all of the operations in the main campaign. This one is Task Force McMains. 3rd Armoured Division defends in sector to destroy the elements of 8th Guards Army. The date is 12th of June 1989 and our unit is Task Force McMains. The parent unit is the 1st Brigade of the 3rd Armoured Division 5th US Corps CENTAG. I'm going to read the first couple paragraphs here to give you guys an idea of what's going on, then I'm just going to scroll down and you guys can pause if you would like to read the rest, because there is a lot of information here that is negligible. It's just written very much like an official situation report, so it's pretty cool actually if you want to check it out. So Operations Order 8956, Task Force McMains, 1st Brigade Combat Team, 3rd Armoured Division. Situation: Enemy forces. The 57th Guards Motor Rifle Division of the 8th Guards Army has penetrated the cavalry screening line and is preparing for further offensive operations. The most likely course of action is that the enemy will attack no later than 0800 on the 12th of June to destroy the Allied forces in the area and facilitate the continued attack to seize Hanau. Friendly forces. The 1st Brigade Combat Team of the 3rd Armoured Division defends in sector to prevent penetration of phase line Denver. On order, 3rd Armoured Division counterattacks to complete the destruction of enemy 1st Echelon divisions. So I'll just quickly scroll down. You guys can pause and take a look at the rest if you would like, but it pretty much just goes over all of the more specifics. The main thing being the weather, where it says we're not going to be able to exploit the use of thermal images, which will make some of our units less effective. But overall, our objectives are to prevent penetration of phase line Denver and on order counterattack to destroy the enemy. There are 2 stages with 5 total phases. Let's go to battle. So our forces are basically made up of the 3rd Armoured. We have multiple M3A2 recon Bradleys. We have lots of M1A1HAs as well as M2A2s with infantry. We've got Vulcan AA and also the M2A2 Bradleys bringing in manpad squads which have stingers. There's M106 mortars and plenty of supply. We also have A10 cluster bombs, so that's pretty handy. And we're starting with 150 operational authority. In terms of task forces, we have Havoc, Kansas and Pepper that can join us. This one allows us to bring in M109s with DPICM, which is pretty nice. They are cluster rounds. There is Kansas, which gives us access to the OH-58D recon helicopter, but later on gives us access to the AH-64 Apache. And then Pepper gives us access to more infantry, as well as some M901 ITV HGM vehicles and A10 gun runs. I think the M109 DPICM would be pretty good when we're counterattacking, but on the defense, potentially just getting the recon helicopters up would be a good idea. So I think we're going to do that for this phase, and then I can always upgrade that to get access to the AH-64A's Apaches as well. We could do that straight off the bat, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to increase my deployment points so I can bring in some more troops. We currently have 850. All of these either cost 100 or 75. Yeah, I think we'll just go and pop some operational authority into our deployment points for this one. Let's go to the events, nothing to read in the operation log. So we have supply platoons cannot be deployed. External supplies are not available. So this basically means that we can't repair anything or get any ammo. This one will stop us from deploying 2 platoons. That's pretty rough. There's J-stars, which gives us extra update on any enemy positions. This would be good on counterattack. And then uneventful. I think for the first one, we can use supplies disrupted. I think it should be fine. And then maybe next one we use interdiction. And then if we can get through phase line Denver towards objective Omaha, we can then start to use or think about using J-stars. We'll see. We'll probably be in phase line Denver for a few turns, so we'll be chilling. Let's jump in for Task Force McMains, phase 1, phase line Denver at 6 AM. Alright, here we are. So the enemies are going to be pushing in from these 3 locations. And we've basically got to set up defenses. We do have some emplacements that we can put down, including anti-tank emplacements. We've got AA there. We can put down some extra National Guard or even just obstacles to slow down the enemy. Our objective is to hold like Foxtrot, Echo, Kilo, Bravo, Charlie all the way back here. But we have some pretty good defensive positions. We don't have any supply though, so we do need to be aware of that for sure. So we'll pop an M1A1 HA over there. I might pop one in here as well. And then on the left, let's use maybe a bunch of infantry. These infantry, what do they come with? They have Stingers and AT4s. Okay, so no dragons, unfortunately. I think I might actually move this one over here instead, because this is going to be more of a closer range engagement. I think the M1A1s will fend off that kind of attack a lot better than the infantry will. We'll still have infantry with them, of course. It's just going to be something like so. Keep them somewhat to the side on the flanks so they can use their HGMs at range. Same deal here. So we'll put a recon down. I'll put the recon with this one as well, just so that we have eyes. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to defend like that well all across the board. It really depends what they bring. We will see. Camera's flying all over the place. Where else do we want to bring stuff in? I do have a leader that I could use. I think I'm going to bring in the M2A2 with man pads on this side. We'll throw the Vulcan over on the right. And then it's just a matter of like M106s, I guess, to help us defend wherever needs be. Let's have that somewhere like so. Alright, cool. That'll do. Let's confirm and get this underway. We've got 20 minutes to defend in this one. Not entirely sure that spreading out is the best idea, but by holding Juliet, India and Gulf, we do get access to the operational authority at the end of the phase. So artillery coming in hot. Smashing those poor National Guard. They're getting pretty close to us. I think my recon can't see to the right there due to this tree line. It's a little bit awkward. But we have managed to hold, even with all of the infantry going down. Well, that artillery is relentless. Bradley's doing a good job of holding for now, though. We'll get them dug in eventually. The ones behind them. These Bradleys, they were dug in, but I had to move them. I'm worried about ammo, which I can't replenish. Because these guys are having to fight off a lot of forces right now. I think I'm going to try and engage this mortar unit. We'll just area recon that so that we can see if there's enemy forces there. Thankfully my mortars are helping us out quite a lot here. But that unit might have to leave soon. They got on top of the Sunnies, that's good. Take them out. And I might even be able to go for the unit all the way at the back there. If not, it might just be worth running in with an A10 gun run. Maybe the two missiles can just get the job done. Nice, big kills. Over on this side, M1A1's holding for the time being. Hopefully the Vulcan can take care of this infantry, or this AA. IA aircraft. These are Su-25s, so those kills were hopefully pretty significant. I'm gonna make sure we take out the AA there. We can, because then I can bring in the A10 gun run to finish off the rest. On this side, we're gonna have to leave that for sure. Nice. Yeah, the crazy thing here is I don't think I'm going to be able to reinforce my Bradleys, right? The left side's held well so far. My mortars haven't been counter-batteried yet. The M1A1s on the right are missing constantly because they are really stressed. Let's bring in these M2A2s. Are they fully replenished? They are. Okay, that's good. Well, we'll get them back to the front as soon as possible. I think I'm just going to bring in cluster bombs here. The good thing is the Bradleys rip through these vehicles. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. Well, that was actually AA coming in behind. Well, we just need to get back to India as quickly as possible. 10 minutes in this phase remaining. Left side's kind of untouched at the moment. I don't really want to leave here though. Like, I'm very tempted to move the M1A1HAs over towards India. But I don't think I'm going to at the moment. We are starting to lose India. You know what? We are just going to move over the M1A1s. We have two sets of M2A2s on the left now, and as soon as that M2A2 has recovered, we'll bring it back into the left-hand side.
What's next?
Zone lost.
This might be time for me to recover those M1A1s on the left if I have time to like take them out of the fight and then bring them back. But the trouble is these M3A2s are getting low on ammunition as well. As soon as we breach this tree line, things are going to get hairy, so we'll unload our infantry. We'll try and push into this building area and use that as a defensive point. This unit flanking behind us isn't very nice. We'll get the Bradleys and the M1A1HAs to move over there. Whilst we move back in over here with the infantry and get set up again. Definitely have to be careful of these T-80s at close range. Good hits. Right, I'm gonna let that M1A1 go back to base. And I'm actually gonna move over the M1A1HAs here to the right at Juliet. We've dealt with them quite well so far. We still have 18 cluster bombs available. The next time we see a large contingent of armor or enemy forces, we can try and pop them with the A-10s.
Zone captured.
Right, let's hope these guys get dug in. These ones are dug in by the houses. Oh, that's good. These M3A2s are very low on ammo. But I think we'll be okay. Oh, we don't get any line of sight there because of the fog. I need to move these forwards. I'm gonna help out. I would bring in the A-10s, but Shilkers have just arrived, so can't do that. We do now have backup at least. I might try and occupy this farmhouse instead with my infantry. Then we can maybe shift the line forwards a little bit. There's area recon ahead of us. Yeah, looks like we are clear for the time being. Tempted to put my recon up on this ridge. I think we'll just bring it up this road into the tree line here. They are damaged though. Maybe I could just send them back. Also, I do need to get my other M1A1s back in. All of my units have actually increased in veterancy, which is really nice. We haven't really lost all that much. I think I lost one M2A2 Bradley by the looks of things. Otherwise, it's been a very successful battle. Those M3A2s are leaving, and we are bringing in smoke. We lost one. That is unfortunate. Time for A10 cluster bombs. Yeah, that kind of caught me out a little bit there. Where are the tanks? Oh, they're still quite a ways back. Oh, we're gonna get cluster bombs on that unit, but it's the T-80UDs at close range that are a bit of a problem here. And these M2A2s don't have any... they don't have any infantry left. At least the TOW2s might be able to get the job done. They are extremely stressed, but it is helping a lot. We gotta kill that last one quickly. Nice. Alright, these guys can leave. The M1A1s can push to India. On this side, the M1A1HAs have been holding against the T-64s and the rest of those units. If we have to deal with that tank unit again, I'll just bring another A10 cluster before the end of this stage. But with only 1 minute remaining, it's unlikely that they're going to have chance to get any captures, so that's good. All attacks defeated, end phase, sure. That'll do. Wonderful. So we had 16 dead, they had 121 dead and 367 wounded. We had 47 wounded. Yeah, I lost a couple of Bradleys in the end. So an M3A2 and an M2A2. I think that's a pretty solid phase. Let's go next phase, especially since we didn't have supply. That worked out quite nice. Quite nice indeed. Alright, situation report from phase 1. Lovely. And then sit rep. Fog is dissipating according to the forecast. The visibility is expected to improve, which is good for defense, for sure. Alright. I am going to upgrade this. We're going to go and grab ourselves the Apaches, of course. And aside from that, I just realised I completely forgot to put down my engineer support in the last one as well. So it worked out pretty well. We didn't use any supply because we didn't have access to it. It's tempting to put more points into engineer support, but we won't be able to use any engineer support when we move out of our defences. So maybe tactical support is actually the better choice here. And also getting in the M109s. Let's do M109s, we'll get some extra supply. Great. Looking good. We can renew this unit, that is fine. Let's go to events. And maybe this time around we do interdiction. I want to save J-stars for when we counterattack. So we'll do interdiction, then uneventful, and then the next phase after that we can use J-stars for the attack. Let's jump in. Task Force McMains, phase 2, phase line Denver at 10 AM. Wonderful. Alright, so some of our troops are already going to be in position. Like on the left side here, we're already set up. Let's actually make sure I put down my engineer support instead of forgetting this time. Since we're going to have a line of sight from these positions, I am tempted to just drop in a bunch of National Guard. Although National Guard won't be able to do too much unless they're at close range. So maybe like National Guard in here would be a good idea. Like that. And then I could maybe put HDGams further back. Line of sight's really bad around here though. Maybe something like this. We know that they came down this area before. I'm going to keep those M2A2 infantry in there. We'll obviously bring in some M3 A2s as well. I'll bring in my AH-64. So the ones we don't have access to are the M109s and the M2A2 infantry there. On the left we got 2 sets of M2 A2 infantry. I'm going to bring in an emplacement here. And that's all our engineer support used up. And then I'm going to move these over to here. Or maybe I actually have them a bit closer. I mean, there is still patches of fog. That's what's blocking our line of sight. Let's get these M3A2s to the right. That's what we're missing. Thought we were missing something here. Sorry about the camera. On the deployment, it's always a bit funky. We can also have a supply ready to go. I just don't know where I'd want it. Probably on the right, because that's the place where we get wrecked the most. We can just have that kind of sat behind. Alright, that'll do. Let's get it underway. I've got my Apaches ready wherever I need them. Otherwise, we're dug in nicely here, hiding amongst the wrecks from the previous engagements. It's one thing I really like is like the persistent battlefields in Regiments, the way that all of the wrecks and explosions and craters and stuff from the previous battles are still there in the following. And there is smoke there, which is, or fog, sorry, which is making it difficult for us to see them. Can do area recon on the backside here. I have no idea what most of this stuff is. There's got to be some sort of AA there, but I'm just hoping I can go and cluster bomb those. Oh, big attack coming in on the left now. Interesting. I think this time around we move the Abrams over to the left. That one going to break through? No. Let's bring over the Apaches. Where are they? I'll put them on a group. I was going to say we need to retreat those ASAP.
What's next?
The big problem is, well, there's fog. I said it was clearing up, but not enough. Another big attack coming in. Time to shift things across. I'm actually gonna retreat here from that position because they're gonna be swarming India any second. Seems like my supply was really poorly placed. Oh, we lost an Apache. That's not good. Choker out of nowhere. There's a lot of forces in the middle there. Wow. I can't sit there and take that artillery fire. That's not going to end well for us. The left side at least is covered off. And we can use this cover briefly. But I do need to be careful of the infantry that's coming up. And will ambush me through the tree line here. I think we really need to just soak this attack. I'm gonna send a supply over to the left. We lost Bradley there as well. The concentration this time around is much higher than it was in the previous battle. Let's bring in the cluster bomber. Still backing up here in hopes that I can fix these up. I won't go too much further. I want the TAT to stick in the middle of that A10 strike. Here we go. A10's coming to save the day with those cluster munitions. Big hits. Big hits. We hit more than I meant to there. Oh no, we're now being attacked on this side very hard. Yeah, my M1A1s just need to leave. I can't sit there and take that. I'm going to have the M2A2 with the infantry head to India to cap that back whilst we bring the M1A1 over to help at Juliet.
Zone lost.
Oh, that's not good. My supply didn't get to the left in time. It's all falling apart. What was a very good start. It's quickly become disaster in the second phase.
Clear the area. It's about to get hot. Ready. Got it. Pushing out.
Lost a lot of units.
Zone lost.
What's next? No targets in the area. Over.
We'll capture back India at least. It looks like the A-10s hit well. M1A1s are defeating these tanks. Although enemy air support is coming in. We'll try and fall back. Good. That is fine. Let's just have the Apaches leave.
Affirmative. Over. Orders.
Zone captured.
We're not going to have enough to bring in another cluster strike for the moment, so we just need to get more reinforcements to that left side, which are on their way.
Roger. Will do. Taking heavy direct fire. We need support right now. What's next?
Right, the M1A1s are back into a secured position on the right. These M2A2s are going to have to leave.
Listening. Roger. Will do.
We're going to have to soak this defense on the left, or this attack, and then counterattack into Gulf. Right, that can just leave. There's no need for them to be there. They're just going to get killed.
Roger. Out. Vehicle zapped. No survivors. Reporting multiple takeoffs.
Right, I've set myself up defensively here. Oh wow, they got hit hard. That is not good. Alright, let's RT these T-80s with the M109 DPICM. Otherwise it's just a matter of not letting them get close enough.
We're getting a lot of fire here. Orders. Roger.
Right, try not to tunnel too much on the left, although it does seem like that's where all of the shots are coming in right now.
What's next? We'll go. Out. Low on ammo.
The Apaches are going to have to go home. And this M2A2 infantry might just have to back off for now.
Solid copy.
Yeah, we'll just retreat those.
Roger. Out.
I'm going to bring over the recon helicopters to help the M1A1s on the right. Otherwise, I think we've held against the majority of the attacks. I would like to take back Gulf so that we can get the operational authority from this phase.
Orders? Affirmative, over.
I wonder if we can counter battery with these. Yes, we can. The range is very much enough for us to use these to counter battery, and they would be good at counter battery as well.
Ready. We'll go now. Contact front, 1000. Fire mission acknowledged. What's next?
Alright, that unit of infantry is in a bad spot. But
Reporting hostile fire.
hopefully the A-10 will get through. Oh, there's a lot of AA there. Never mind. Goodbye, A-10s. Wow. Maybe the second one gets off a shot. Oh, it looks like it did. Big.
I repeat, unit lost.
Very, very big.
Unit set. Send your message. Roger. Orders?
Alright, shift these
5
across to
minutes
the left.
remaining.
We'll allow the reinforcements to head over to that right side.
Zone lost.
We'll go now.
I can't let them take Foxtrot because that is a victory objective.
Next.
But we may have to concede other areas.
Roger now. Listening.
We need to area recon this so that my Abrams can see what they're firing at. That is a swarm.
Zone captured.
Orders?
Ouch.
We're getting a lot of fire here.
Oh, now they're showing side.
Affirmative, over. Ammo red. Requesting resupply. We need support right now. What's next? Roger now.
It looks like we might be able to take back the left, so that's good over at Gulf.
Solid copy.
I would also like India if I can get it.
We've got visual.
Oh, we're gonna lose Juliet, aren't we?
What's next? Got it. Pushing out.
There's just so many forces everywhere.
Zone captured. Zone lost.
Roger. Orders?
Well, with any luck, we can kill the T-64s and maybe get a unit over here in time. We've got artillery coming in on this any second. My boy infantry getting smashed to pieces there.
Reporting hostile fire, over. Roger.
Orders. 1 minute remaining.
Unit lost. I repeat, unit lost. What's next? Roger, will do.
Got artillery coming in on this. Looks like they're gonna go for hotel instead. I'm not gonna be able to like stop at India in time. Oh, there's tanks right behind us. No! Saved by the bell. I mean, we held the victory objective, so that's something. But that was very, very intense compared to the last attack. Wow. Yeah, I didn't have time really to take back those objectives, and I was overextending in order to do so. We ended up with 139 operational authority. We have to hold for one more phase. So if it's going to be anything like that previous one, it's probably going to get even more intense now. At least this time around, we'll be able to bring in all of our stuff. I'm going to definitely push the points into the deployment points. We are going to restore some of those Bradleys. It looks like most of these are okay. It's just the Bradleys and the Apaches. I think we maybe hold off on doing the Apaches. We've got 40. No, we'll do the Apache. We'll get extra M3A2s. Maybe top off the M1A1s. And top off the infantry. Yeah, that seems good. Okay. Well, that's going to be our setup for the next phase. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. I definitely could have played that last one a little bit better, I think. And then we would have ended up with more operational authority. But that was very, very intense attacks that we had to defend against. Next time, it might be even more crazy. We'll have to wait and see. That's it for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.